And so then we just sort of spent a while discussing what our characters would do next, because all of the big baddies that we'd been facing down had now been defeated, and we were entering the post-campaign now.
The thing that happened the most immediately was that the Warforged loaded the Obelisk on the cart and took it back to the Grey Wall, or probably the Grey Bridge, actually, where it agreed to help close the world's wound, because that's important. And maybe it could, get some of the... Grey Bridge is great because there's all different races there, and maybe we can get all the races to work together in harmony to close the world wound. That's good.
And the Empire will be allies in that endeavor.
Well, after they depose Cricket.
I decided I'm not going to go back to being openly the queen, the empress. I'm going to be the Shadow Empress, ruling from secret, because all these dark futures involved her getting put in prison. So let's not do that. Yeah, I actually took a bunch of notes.
Is that where the thief of the party is like, I'm simple, I didn't wish for anything, and then you see that he made off with all the gold? Ben Gerard?
Oh, no. Actually,
had a different...
I was super surprised because, none of these giant orreries that the Obelisk had made blew up at the end.
Right.
They released all the stars and stuff from them, so they're not functional right now. But, I was sort of like, well, I guess the Temple of Freedom will take over this facility now. And no one really had any serious objections to that, so... Yeah.
Just strap some component to it. It's fine.
No. I figured we'll try hiring some stars, perhaps.
So you're saying the Obelisk wasn't load-bearing?
No.
Apparently not.
Yeah, you basically
well, we didn't kill it either. We just...
Even Aku, shape-shifting Lord of Darkness, Master of Masters, was load-bearing.
So yeah, I had a whole lot of plans and ideas about what to do post-campaign. Basically, I was going to see if we could start a war of everyone against the Drow to sort of help unify everyone except the Drow.
Right.
Well, eventually they'd be unified too because we beat them.
Yeah.
Because they're horrible slavers, and we never really dealt with them other than stopping them from getting time travel technology.
Yeah.
So I figured that might be nice. And yeah, I was going to try to deal with this. The Empire seems to really want pain slavery because it keeps trending back in that direction. So.
You know what would be really funny? If you accidentally let someone have time travel and then they just did something petty with it. Like, I won that award last year.
No, we'll get to the disposition of time travel technology in a moment. So I figure that I actually do have a suitable substitute for pain slavery's immortality thing, which is being able to transfer a soul with memories into a fresh domestic body. So I will start sort of letting the high nobles know that, hey, there is a way that you can live forever. However, you'll have to do it as a domestic. So maybe we should start trying to give the domestics a few more rights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
They do have souls now.
Yeah, sort of, play these things off against each other. And of course, I'll be doing it all in secret, so they're not gonna depose me again.
Now,
that's
you changed the law so that everyone in the Empire owned a share of you, right?
Yep.
Secret democracy.
But they don't know about it.
Right, it's a secret democracy.
So by hiding away, you're literally stealing from the people.
Well, no, because I'm still the high priestess of the Temple of Freedom and all my snake cultists and stuff. So yeah. So it's going to be a theocracy, secret democracy thing.
Dude, Conan's totally gonna bust down your door one day and be like, "What you do? You killed my father."
No, we already dealt with Conan the Bugbear.
Yeah. He's a nothing. He's nobody.
He didn't exist.
Yeah.
That actually did happen
Ray's
during
parents.
world building, but they
But
went
what
back in
about
time and
James
got rid
Earl
of him.
Jones? James Earl Jones also can turn into
There's no James Earl Jones. There's only Cricket.
So, yeah, Brian's plan is to run the secret cult of snakes who are good.
Yeah.
Who bring good to the world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sound they make.
non-standard.
While trying to rebuild the future seeing orrery thing, and maybe we'll tinker with that soul harvester as well, see if we can make something good out of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Secret band of less bad.
Yeah.
Well, now they're past baseline, so they can be good if they want to.
Mhm.
Before baseline, they had to be as good as they could get away with without time crushing them.
Right.
Now they can be.
Mhm.
Completely good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can just be what we are. Sure. Eat some mouse.
Yeah.
How's the invisible servant plan going?
Oh, they'll also do that.
Yeah.
That's how the temple's gonna make all its money.
Right.
Yeah. The domestics thing is to give immortality, and that's how Serendipity grudgingly accepted immortality. She was like,
Well,
she was like, well, I was planning to not be immortal, and then
here's the
and-
thing about
and Cricket
that.
was like, you could be immortal with this, and she's like, fine, I'll do it.
Actually, she was a little bit more exasperatedly doing that because here's the thing: Serendipity's goal is to put an end to time travel. She wants to suppress the knowledge of time travel.
Right.
Which was surprising, I think,
I
to
know.
everyone, because I did not see that coming.
I
I thought-
actually-
be like, hey,
I was commenting that, like, usually at the end of a time travel story, they're like, "Okay, no more time travel ever." But this party was like, "Bring it on, much time travel as you want."
Yeah, and I think Serendipity sort of recognized that because throughout the campaign, she had been very jealous of the knowledge. She wanted to be the only one that knew how to time travel.
In that one, the video you linked
Yeah.
in email, in the character interview, Serendipity was like, I think
I'm good. No, we're
I'm
good.
the only one that knows about time travel.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, does that make you time cops?
So here's the thing, though.
And it's true, and other people learning about it have caused big problems.
Yeah.
So
So here's the thing, though. During Cricket's 1500-year reign, she did go and learn. She went and studied those sigils.
Right.
But she didn't tell anyone
Right.
that she had done that.
Right.
I'd always been keeping it in my back pocket just in case we were like someplace and Serendipity was incapacitated or something.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you even before that? Didn't you know some of it?
A little bit.
Okay.
But that was when I explicitly was.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go and figure it all out and know all the stuff I need to know in order to fully time travel
Right.
if I need it. But I knew that Serendipity wanted to be the only one that knew that, so I didn't tell her. I kept it totally secret. And then at the end of the campaign, I asked Shannon, is Serendipity ever going to tell Cricket whether Serendipity left Katarina's memories secretly hidden in Cricket's brain?
Right,
Because
yeah.
that's something that's kind of been gnawing on me a little bit. It's like, is there like a mind bomb in there? You were there.
Cricket is domestic. He was made by melting down someone named Katrina. To
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, it is me.
So yeah, I asked Shannon, is Serendipity ever going to tell that?
Yeah.
And she said, no, I'm never gonna tell you that. And I was like, oh, fine. In that case, I'm never going to tell her that I know all the secrets of time travel as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
And that was when she was like, oh, Cricket, you've ruined everything. But you don't know that I've ruined everything. And so that's when she started deciding that she would have to be immortal after all in order to keep
Right.
an eye on me throughout history. And I was
Right.
like, but you don't know you need to keep an eye on me throughout history.
Right.
So I don't know.
There's
if,
always
something with you.
I think she said she would eventually figure it out, but
well, the thing is, though, I really have no plans to use time travel.
Right.
It's always been just an emergency, like, in absolutely desperate dire straits. It's nice to have that option.
Right.
All of my plans are just going forward from here.
until Gerard came and was like, so, do you think you could take me back to Oodland so I can get a bunch of cool items that don't exist anymore?
There's the rogue.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Gerard's going to go and try and find the Vrok's toenail, the Eye of Quizquion,
The Eye of Quizquion.
which we didn't really know anything about, but is probably some kind of magical limiter thing that keeps magic under control. And so we were theorizing that you could possibly use that to shut down time travel. So it could be that thing where we went to the furthest future forward point in time was actually just a couple of weeks from now.
Right.
When Serendipity's got this thing and she's like locking down time
Right,
travel.
yeah.
Yeah. In which case, I want to be there so I can like spectate and laugh at those idiots down there fighting.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Aurora ended up.
Aurora
got
came back.
rescued from the
Yep.
ceiling.
She was stuck in the orrery, so we released her.
Yeah.
And then she took a shine to Ben Gerard, and they decided to go adventuring together.
Okay.
Initially, Robin said something that we misheard as they were going to go have babies together.
Oh.
but that was a mishearing of something. But it was a super, obviously, we totally could have misheard it that way.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, her idea, because Aurora is completely non-sexual. She just, she's a star. It doesn't make any sense to her. She doesn't get it at all. So Gerard ends up traveling around with her, but she's like the only woman who he's like going for her. It doesn't work.
That sounds like a romantic comedy duo.
And anyway, in the end, they become friends and just travel around doing stuff. She wants to find out how to put the stars back in the sky. He wants to get the Eye of Quisquion. No, he does. He did. He will do a post-campaign, and they brought it back, and they gave it to the Spellblades to help them destroy more of the artifacts because it's a magical limiter. So they probably destroyed there's probably 30 or 40 artifacts they haven't been able to destroy. They probably destroyed 20 with that. So now they got half as many.
Cool. What did Hank do?
He became an ambassador at large. Since his Epic Destiny thing involved getting bits of souls from thousands of different people.
And that all happened when they reversed the soul jigger.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's become a Clash Star to the world. He has a tiny connection to every soul. So he understands all cultures, and he understands all races and all peoples. And so he decided to go around and be
a stand-up comedian.
The barbarian
What about
diplomat.
the barbarians? Whoa.
Yeah.
So you see, goblins walk like this.
He can take
Rage diplomacy.
He can take either Hank form or Dastria form. I have a feeling he's going to spend most of his diplomatic time as Dastria.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll be good cop, bad cop. It's you guys still don't want to make peace? Well, barbarian Hank.
Bard cop, barbarian cop.
But he took Gerard back to see their mother. Brothers by Clash Starizing.
And then there's Croesus.
Oh yes, Croesus. Very unexpected
did he
twist
figure
on
out
this.
what the dream was all about?
Well, no, he realizes he's not in a dream anymore. He basically has figured out what happened. So he went back to the Oblin with the Obelisk, gave him the Obelisk, and I was like, here, take care of this now.
Yeah.
And then the Oblin were like, well, you're not really a proper Oblin, but if you like, you could still take your place beside us on the wall. And Croesus was like, nope, I'm on detached duty.
Right.
And so he went back down into the chasm.
Oh.
With that bone of the earth that makes Waystone trees.
Oh, yeah.
And also he met up with Stacia down there. And the two of them hung out together, rubbing off on each other. So he became a bit of a prankster Oblin.
They're because earlier there was some hint that they were in love. So I think they basically they're off. She's like a trickster demigod.
Right.
But she's become more lawful. So she mainly only does tricks to screw over bad people now.
Right.
And he has more fun with her. So they go around
tricking
they go around
closing the grift and
Have you heard of Stardust from Neil Gaiman?
I'm okay.
I've seen the movie, but I
Good
haven't
book.
watched
Better book than movie.
I like the movie.
The movie's also good, but the book's better.
Yes, that's what the stars in this setting are based on.
Yeah. And that's all the characters, right? Serendipity.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I mean, there's Aderon as well.
Oh yeah, Aderon.
He's alive.
What did Aderon end up doing?
He works for me.
Okay.
Remember, I had him pretend to be on a quest to save all his trees so that he could join the party and all that. So, yeah.
What else did Serendipity do?
Save the tree.
I guess he wouldn't necessarily continue working for me after that.
Did you get any more names?
She swapped out, what was it? Strider Through Time.
Strider Through Time. She swapped it out for Keeper of Secrets.
Yeah. which really, I know that secret too. But I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. She really wanted to hide all signs of time travel. But I have her full name here now. It's Serendipity, Van Goldstrider Malor, Slayer of the Butcher of Brackenridge, Toppler of Towers, Shepherds of Souls, Keeper of Secrets, Doom Delayer, Salvation of Children, Star-Lord, End of the End, Conduit of Redemption, The Gleam in the Cube.
The Gleam in the Cube.
Yep.
Foodlands Adventure for Ben Gerard.
Well, so Serendipity said no more time travel. Then Ben Gerard was like, well, let's go get some Oodland stuff. And Cricket seemed to be like, well, time travel's pretty fun. So then finally the post-campaign stuff basically ended in a giant argument between Serendipity and Cricket and Gerard about whether they would time travel or not, and this idea that they would start time traveling and she'd be chasing them through time.
Yeah.
So, as appropriately, the campaign ended with the party having a huge argument, like it had always done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fade to black.
Fade to black. Yep.
What happened to the cat?
Actually, that came up. That issue came up.
We didn't. I said I'd talk to Leah to see if she cares, because the idea was she would eventually be able to turn back into an elf because she was cursed to be a cat.
Oh.
So, but we never really.
Yeah, she hadn't shown up since Paragon levels.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
She later was seen on the popular
Oh
cartoon
yes.
Sailor
My
Moon,
thing.
telling a Japanese schoolgirl to save the world and also do her homework. Well, there you go. There's your
And
epilogue.
Space Alert's next.
Application.
Hank was. You can't tap.
Oh.
Hank was talking. He was talking about how he now fully understands all cultures and peoples and whatever. And I was like, oh, does that mean you understand cat shifters? 'Cause he's a dog shifter. They hate
Right.
cat shifters. He's like, oh yeah, I understand them, but I wish I didn't. Those guys suck.
Ambassador at large, everyone. No, that's okay.
You can't. Nope. Po Buddy's nerfing.
See, Ambassador at Large, it sounds like the diplomatic community failed, now they're hunting him.
No, I mean, that'll be useful given that the Empire probably still has a few bridges to mend here and there. Even though I made everything a lot better, for some reason people still think poorly of us because of that whole attempting to conquer the world.
Aw, man.
Only a little evil.
I love how this character is like, oh man.
It may be
the Empire.
comparatively
Yeah.
less evil than it
Yeah.
was before.
Room for
Yeah.
It still doesn't make it little.
I know it's they
Melting
they
down
still
people.
no. The thing is they don't that nobody knows about that. Yeah.
We know.